Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
Well, as often is the case, I'm having a little bit of a technical issue here. My Streamlabs is completely frozen, so I can't even tell if you can hear me. This is really fucking annoying. Oh, look at that. There we go. So I'm having a little technical difficulty here. Again, give me a moment, folks. This, I know you can't see me yet because I haven't been able to move. The Streamlabs is frozen, so give me one moment. It should be fixed in a second. All right, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet, and welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel, where I don't know what the F is going on with Streamlabs. There's a whole bunch of problems with it, and I'm talking about the OBS, app, or not app, whatever, program that I'm using to stream this stream. It's pissing me off. But I'm going to be a professional and stay with you no matter what. Even though it says now, YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So you might need to get smooth streaming, but you got me and you can hear my voice. That's all we need, right? All right. Anyway, happy Tuesday. It's the 7th of May, 2024. And, all the news is about Trump and war, so we'll talk about Trump and war today, amongst a few other things that are happening in the world, because, we can always talk trending stuff, right? Because that's always topical. And then Gunfox dropped a couple Hammonds in the tip jar. You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, sir. The first one says TDS is real with an accompanying article. And then the other one is white people, which means the Joy Reid blog. It's a Joy Reid blog post. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. So let's here I'm gonna play that. I do this sometimes. I just replay the alerts that you got. So here's one from Gunfox. Because it's a Hamilton. You gotta love that Hamilton, right? Anyone like the play Hamilton? Anyone seen in the live version of Hamilton? I've seen the recorded movie version. I thought it was pretty good, actually. Even though it's it's diversity for diversity's sake, but it was well written, and the actual the lesson you can get out of it was fairly accurate. Although a bunch of young people are going to think the founding fathers were a bunch of colored people. Yeah, I can say that shit because I'm a black man. I can say what the fuck I want. So go to hell, YouTube. You can get mad at me for that. And then there's the other one. There's the other Hamilton he dropped. So there you go. White people. And there's a link. So got a couple articles. Oh, I don't even have here. Let me reset the what do you call it? Let me reset the donation goal too, because I didn't do that this morning. So that's dumb. So that's wrong. It's no longer that. It's this daily donation goal. We are one third the way there. Because it's always 60 for now. Maybe one day I'll have more people watching this show, which, if I do, great. If I don't, I have a great audience, so I'm good. But one of these days I can be like Ricada and make thousands of dollars. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody and get this thing started because I'm really fucking late. So first in chat of Rumble, Avocados Diabli. He's all by himself, but he gets the bell. Or is he all by himself? No, there's two. There's one other. Well, no, it's just me and him over there. Well, that's excellent. Is it working? Is it working over there? Can you see? Is Rumble? I can't even tell if Rumble's playing. Is it? I guess it is. Let's see. Let me click this. I'll click my monitor over here. It's looking like it may not be. I don't know. Holy shit. Ricketts is annoying as hell. No, I'm Rackets and I are buds, dude. Don't knock Rackets. I like Rackets. But I mean, I can see where he might be annoying to some people. I don't think Rumble's working. Oh, you are watching it there. Okay, well, it's not working on my screen because, everything's screwed up on my screen. Anyway, first in the chat over on YouTube is also Mr. Avocados Diablo gets the bell. Oh, look at there. It's working now. I'm having issues. I think maybe Streamlabs is taking up too much resources. I could have sworn I was going through my alternate drive just for Streamlabs, but apparently it's not working. Who knows? Anyway, also good morning, GDSOB, Kara Soldier, Darren Root, Mike Savage, Blarg. Oh, Mike Savage is over there too, Blarg. Also, good morning to Zed the Snarky. What's up? Good morning. I said GDSOB. Simon Wolf was here. Gunfox61, the fantastic administrator of our Peanut Night Discord server. Anna Lynn's in the house. Good morning. And that's it. We're a little light today, probably because I'm so late, but we'll do our best. It still says YouTube not receiving enough data to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So if you experience buffering, I just gotta fix this whole setup. I don't know what the hell's going on. I even reinstalled Streamlabs and it still puts the music on my previews on the it plays them. It's not supposed to play them. It's not supposed to play them until the screen is active. So if it's on that side, it should be silent. If it's on this side, it should be making noise. And right now it makes noise over there and it makes noise over here. And so anytime I do a preview over there and it has noise that's pre-recorded, it plays it and it makes me mad because it's not supposed to do that. Okay. Tantrum ended. Good morning, Kessler, too. What's up? All right, so let's get into it because I'm really late, and so we'll kind of breeze through the crap, the daily stuff. You know what I mean? But what I'm not going to breeze through is thanking Somnambule Nation for tweeting out the show because you are the star. Okay, thank you for doing that. And Mike Savage, thank you for. Well, you liked it. You didn't retweet it, Mike. Come on, hit the retweet button or whatever that's called. The repost. It's the app formerly known as Twitter. Share the stream, hit the like button, and drop a deuce or something, or a Hamilton, or a Kennedy, or something. A Kennedy. Wait, there's no Kennedy. How about Hamilton? There's Ben Franklin. Well, you're not gonna be. If you drop a Ben Franklin, you might get a guest spot because isn't Ben Franklin the Hyundai? I don't even know what's on I don't know what's on these bills. I don't have any money, so I have no idea what's on them. All right, let's go. Start the show, damn it. So let's just buzz through the trending topics. It is, by the way. Wait, that should be over here. Why is this here? It's on the wrong spot. It's still special week. It's still Teacher Appreciation Week. Okay, who cares? So look, let's put these on the screen if I can. Let's see, preview, and that's even messed up. God, everything's messed up today. Okay, so it's still Teacher Appreciation Week. That's a special week, okay? So you get little Elmo, Sesame Street, talking to Miss Quinta Brunson, whoever that is. I don't care. Anyway, and what is this? And I'm sure that kid in Western Wisconsin, that the fifth grader that was making out with his teacher, I'm sure he appreciates his teacher, but she going to jail. Also trending, the Met Gala. Oh my gosh, the Met Gala was it last night or was this weekend or something? And a bunch of weirdos dressing up for something that the thing, I don't know what the hell it is, but Tyla was wearing a dress that looked like it was painted on her, and lots of fashion stuff going on, and who gives a fuck? But that's trending, and so is Zendaya, because wait, that's not Zendaya. Where the hell did Zendaya go? Here's Zendaya. She's trending because apparently she had a fabulous dress, but she looks like hell to me. All that makeup, she's a cute girl, and she doesn't need that. She looks like it. She looks like a zombie in this shit. I don't know what the hell's going on with Zendaya here, but who thought this was a good look? I'm sorry, she looks like a zombie. Anyone else agree with me? Who cares? All right, enough about the Met Gala. That's about how much I care about. Thank you, Zed the Starkey, dropping a big bull in the tip jar. That's very special. I appreciate you. No message. That's okay. You don't have to, but you can take advantage. Good morning, the furry bastard, by the way. All right, so who gives a shit about the Met Gala? Oh, but here's something important. Although may he rest in peace, the celebrity birthday today is Mr. Owen Hart. Mr. Owen Hart, the late professional wrestler, died while not perfecting his craft, because I wouldn't call that perfecting, but he was a pretty entertaining wrestler in the WWF when it was still the WWF. May he rest in peace. Happy birthday, Owen Hart. Who knows how old he would have been today? It was a pretty sad story, though. He died in a ring incident. And very sad, very sad. All right, another thing trending, Apple event. So apparently there was an Apple event today, this morning, or something. And so Apple is announcing some new shit that they came up with that they're going to sell to people who love Apple shit. And I'm not talking about like the Orchard, but so who cares? Wait, what's going on? Wait, no, did the stream die? No, it's good, isn't it? Or did the stream die? What the hell's going on? No, F2 for Owen Hart. I got you. Okay, I thought, I was like, damn, what the hell would happen now? So anyway, yeah, it's kind of sad. Owen Hart was a pretty entertaining wrestler. Moving on, the Apple event though, they got something called the I guess they're trying to sell you some new shit called the iPad Air. And it now comes in 2 sizes. Oh my goodness! I get so excited that they could sell you some more shit. Don't care. All right, moving on. Superman is trending. Apparently, there's going to be a new Superman. Henry Cavill's no longer Superman. Now, there's also a sneak peek of My Adventures with Superman, but that's not why it's trending. It's trending because there's a new dude. Apparently, July 11th, 2025, a new Superman movie's coming out, starring David Corenswet, which sounds like, that sounds like you got something. You got some ears on the barbecue and it's a little too hot and you got some corn sweat. But anyway, but I'm not sure what this is supposed to show you, him putting his boots on. Superman's just supposed to magically appear in his boots. You don't need to watch him. You need to watch him putting the boots on. Anyway, is that David? Is that him? Cornsweat tried to hide the collar under his work clothes. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, so yeah, who cares? The superhero movies. Look, here's the thing. Here's my thing on superhero. I really like the Marvel movies up through Infinity Wars, like part 2 and whatever. But they've sucked ever since. And a few of them were not so great. Well, I guess they were pretty good. I don't know if there was a really bad one. Maybe, well, obviously Captain Marvel was terrible. And, but they were smart not to make Captain Marvel the be all end all fuck all hero in the Infinity Wars. She wasn't the one that took down what is this, the big green dude. But and all the DC superhero movies, I don't know why they do this, but they're all so like dark. And I don't mean dark as in theme-wise or mentally dark. I mean, just the lighting in all of the DC superhero movies are really dark. And I think they were trying to all emulate the Batman movies, because the Batman movies are supposed to be dark, because Batman, is kind of the Dark Knight, right? But why are all the rest of why are all the rest of the DC movies, they don't use enough light? Yeah, Thanos, he's purple. I'm sorry. You know what I meant. The green, purple, whatever. The fucking invincible dude with the rings and shit. But why are the DC movies all lighted so darkly? I can't figure it out, except, and it wasn't like that when they did the early Superman. I mean, with Christopher Reeves' Superman, was it really everything so dark? Does anyone understand that? Why the DC movies are all, like, look at the lighting on this. There's a picture on here. I don't even have it on the screen. This is one of the Henry Cavill's. Notice how the lighting's all dark. And I know they're in a room and stuff, but wouldn't that room normally be well lit? Why? Why are they so damn dark? And it's like all of them. The Flash, the Wonder Woman movies, well, I can't count the Green Lantern, but wait, is Green Lantern Marvel or DC? I can't remember. The Green Lantern's DC. But why? Why are they so damn dark? Anyway, all right. But so a new Superman movie coming out. Also training the Timberwolves. Now, what the hell happened there? My Timber Pups. I live in the Twin Cities, Minnesota, and have suffered through many, many years of mediocre professional sports. Even though I think we might be the smallest market that has all four major professional sports. Okay, we have football, the Vikings, which have been a disappointment forever. We have the baseball, the Twins, which had 2 great years of World Series and stuff. And I lived here. I lived here when they won both their. Wait, did I live here during this? No, I didn't live here in the '87 World Series. But I was here in the '91 World Series, and that year we had every major sporting event you could think of in this town. I mean, we had the PGA Championships, and we had the Super Bowl, and we had the and that Super Bowl was the Redskins, and I was a Redskins fan, so I was happy about that. That was when I think Timmy Smith went wild. We had the World Series, we had the Stanley Cup, we had it all. I don't know. Wait, do we have a Stanley Cup? I can't remember. And we had the International Special Olympics, which they probably could have put me in. Anyway, but it's the town of mediocrity, other than the Twins winning 2 World Series. And the Timber Pups look pretty damn good. They are up 2-0 on the Denver Nuggets in the semifinal round of the NBA playoffs, and the Denver Nuggets are the defending champions, so they're trending. And I know most of you could probably care less, but I'm very happy. The Wild, as well, haven't made the conference finals since 2000. I know it's been awful. It's been awful to be a Minnesota professional sports fan. Now, although the Lynx, which, it's WNBA, nobody pays attention, but they won, some championships, but who cares? Because they're the WNBA. They might as well be playing 15-year-old boys. But, so it's the quality of the basketball. And I'm not knocking 15-year-old boys. 50-year-old boys can play some ball. I coached AAU basketball for a long time. Anyway, good morning, Selected Boy, by the way.
Yeah, boy!
And the Minnesota North Stars, who screwed by their greedy owner. Yes, that's very disappointing when the North Stars left. But anyway, and nobody pays attention to the soccer team here. We have a soccer team. The city of St. Paul built a soccer stadium for our professional soccer team. I still don't know what they're called. I have no idea. They play in St. Paul, and they're in the Major League Soccer, whatever it's called, and I have no idea. So, all right, enough about sports. Tom Brady's still trending because of this celebrity roast they did of him, and Andrew Schultz. I'll tell you what. So I've been watching more clips of this, and I can't really. I don't know if I can play it or not. It's a Netflix thing. But I got to tell you, they were not only brutal to Tom Brady and everyone else in the room, because it's a celebrity roast. That's the point of a celebrity roast, right? But they were saying some shit, and I'm like, ooh, how are they getting away with this on Netflix or on any network anymore? Like, they're making gay jokes and shit and all kinds of stuff that you're just like, oh my God, they were brutal. You got to watch it. I wish I was linking, but so I'll have that in the links today. Again, and you can watch some of the clips. They're funny as hell too. I mean, this is like, it's comedy like you expect comedy really to be, without any boundaries. And so anyway, it was good. Yeah, Nas Reed, he was, oh my God, that defense. Look, the Wolves look damn good. They blew the Nuggets out last night in Denver. They're up 2-0 with the first two games in Denver. They're coming home. They might sweep Denver, the defending champions, because they're just playing like, they're playing really good. Anyway, is Tom Brady a celebrity? What? Darren, if I say the name Tom Brady, well, no, Minnesota United. Yes, I know, but they have a mascot name. I don't know what their mascot's called. Okay, but is Tom Brady a celebrity? Okay, did I have to explain to you who Tom Brady was? If I don't have to explain to you, no, the St. Paul Saints is a minor league baseball team in St. Paul, which they're now actually, you know what's funny? The St. Paul Saints games might be the best ticket in town. They are fun. They have lots of things going on. They have lots of entertaining things going to the games. They have a nice little stadium in St. Paul, and they're usually pretty good. And a lot of people go just to go to the Saints games. But let me get back to Tom Brady. How do you not know? Of course, Tom Brady's a celebrity. Sports figures are celebrities. Excuse me. All right. Let's Saints are the Twins AAA team. No, they're not. The Saints are not the Twins AAA team. They are an independent AAA team. Let me see. Who's Minnesota Twins AAA? Why isn't that doing? Minnesota Twins AAA team is okay, here's a list of Minnesota Twins minor league. Oh, they're part of this. That's new. That's not that. I guess they are. They are the AAA team for the Twins. They weren't before though. Okay, I'm wrong. See, I'll fact check myself. Then they have the Wichita Wind in Wichita, Kansas. They have the Cedar Rapids Colonels in High A. They have Single A, Fort Myers Mighty Muscles. And it's not muscles. It's like the little clam-looking things, those little blobs inside a shell. That's what they're called. And then there's the Florida Twins in the they have a Dominican Summer League Twins too in the Dominican Republic. So anyway, you know what? I didn't know that the Saints didn't used to be the AAA team. Hello, Resolute Germ, by the way. Okay, thank you, Avocados Diabli, dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. Thank you very much. Who says Tom Brady? I only remember Peter, Mike, Bobby, and Greg. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was cute. Good morning, Resolute Germ. Minnesota Soccer is just called United, so they don't really have a name. Oh, I thought they had but they have okay, let's see what the Minnesota United mascot is. Two ends. Minnesota United mascot. Even though they're okay. Because I remember, like, when I first moved here, they still had the Minnesota Kicks. That was a soccer team. They don't have an official mascot either. However, the University of Minnesota, a separate entity, has a mascot named Goldie Gopher. Wait a minute. Why? Why did they have to tell us that? That has nothing to do with Minnesota United Soccer. Okay, they don't have a mascot. They're just called Minnesota United. All right, let's move on because I'm taking too long in this. And I want to get to the topics today. Also trending, Macklemore. Now, you remember Macklemore? I'm going to pop some tags. I got $20 in my pocket. You know that guy? Then he rapped and something about popping tags and shit. And then he also had, what was the other one? Grinning, hold back. It's a moment. The night is the night. Little after it's over. Gonna put our hands up like the sea that can't hold us. You know that guy? And he's not the singer guy, but he does the rap. And I can't do the rap because I don't rap. But Macklemore is trending because he has put out a new song. He dropped a song in support of Palestine. And I'm going to link it in the links today. I'm not going to play it either because I don't know if I get a little one of those copyright claim thingies. But he's put out this. Let me see. I'll put this on the screen. This. So he put out this video, and I'm gonna mute it, but I'm gonna just kind of show you some of it. But there's so many things in it. Like he is full on. He's in full on propaganda mode. I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, and talking about the protests, and so he's taking on the absolute full on. Just the full-on talking points of the protesters. And it's kind of weird, honestly, that he seems to, I mean, well, I don't know. He just he's full on their talking points. So if you want to watch it, it's interesting, but it's like listening to a protest speech. And not really seeming to grasp the entire gravity of the situation. Basically just treating it as though let me give you an example. He has a line in there, something about how the Israelis, the Zionists, are white supremacists. Okay. Now, what's fascinating about that, maybe it's because maybe we're not that educated about who the people of Israel in Israel are. But, and part of that is because he talks about occupation and colonizing and whatever. Did you already know that only about a third of Israelis are even considered white or whitish or European or whatever, like whatever. The vast majority of Israelis, 2/3, are either Middle Eastern Israeli, because a lot of them ended up moving from, well, they got expelled from all the other Arab countries, so they basically all ended up in Israel. But also the native, the people there in Israel, they're not white people. And there's a lot of African Israelis, and there's lots of Arab Israelis. It's like it's not a white supremacist system. And also, the interesting, no, Zionists are anti-white, but it's also like a large part of the population. And look, if you think about it, the reason that the Jews were all over in Europe and all over these other places is because the Romans removed a lot of them, and they ended up migrating to other parts of the world. So it's not like they were never there in the first place. So, but anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. He's just basically every little quip that you can think of regarding, every little line, he parrots every basically anti-Israeli line or anti-Zionist line or whatever. So it's interesting. It's catchy because it's, Macklemore rapping, but it's so I've got a feeling that this is going to be the protesters' theme song from now on. So anyway, all right, let's get into, speaking of Israel, let's get into what's going on in the war and what's going on with the trials of Donald John Trump. So Rafah is trending because the Israelis have moved into Rafah. Oh, I gotta do these other articles first. I'm gonna do Gun Fox's articles first, then I'll go back into this. But that's the other thing trending though is Rafah. The what's this? The Israelis have moved into Rafah. They are. Wait, what happened to Rafah? Did I accidentally close it? I think I did. Here, hang on. There we go. Sometime today. So anyway, the Israelis, after they dropped leaflets into Rafah yesterday, telling people that they were going to be attacking Hamas there. Now they have attacked in Rafah, and in fact, they also ended up in Rafah is where the Egyptian border crossing is, and they've gone all the way to the Egyptian border crossing, and they've been. Apparently some of the soldiers were flying Israeli flags there, and so people are mad about that. I'll come back to that in a minute. Good morning, Anonymity. T2, I'll be back. All right, let's get into some articles, because the few that I'm going to do today, we'll do Gun Foxes 3, and then we'll just kind of touch on the news out of Israel and other Trump trials, and then we're going to get out of here. So let's start with this one, though. This is a Trump trial article. And by the way, this image that you'll see in the article, which is this image is AI, by the way, just FYI. It's not an actual article. But when Gunfox sent this to me, he wrote, TDS is real. Now, if you're not familiar with TDS, you haven't been here much. Trump derangement syndrome. So this is a article by someone named Matt Labash. I don't know who he is. But here we go. Don't Sleep on Justice is the title. So let's see where we're going. Oh, there's an editor's note to start this article. An editor's note. Have a question about how to snuff an unwanted dog while making it look like an accident? Don't ask Christy Gravelpit Gnome. That performative psychopath killed her dog in cold blood, thinking it something to brag about in her ghostwriter's book. Then the South Dakota governor, Veep Hopeful, repeatedly defended her dog murder on Twitter and TV, complaining of fake news, even if she was a newscaster. Don't ask Matt either. Matt has a dog partisan period. He was bitten in the face by his sister's foster rescue, a gargantuan mastiff named Tank, just 3 weeks ago. A minor brush, no stitches required. And he's incensed if anyone tried to put that dog down. Or he'd be incensed. He'd rather take unwanted dog owners to the gravel pit. Neglected dogs, like neglected people, need love and care to get back in good health. Here's that in action. But for all the other non-homicidal animal cruelty themed questions, do ask Matt at AskMattLabash at gmail.com. So if you have questions for Matt Labash, ask Matt Labash at gmail.com. I don't have questions for Matt Labash. I'm concerned that you write the way you do. Good morning, Jimmy Das Hotep, by the way. So that was the editor's note. I guess this is a blog and Substack where you ask Matt Labash, and I could care less. So anyway, he's answering a letter about Donald Trump. Someone says, Dear Matt, I dislike Donald Trump. That is a mild statement. I abhor most everything about him. Yet I feel I am rational enough and fair enough to find him innocent of a charged crime if he actually is innocent by all evidence and arguments to the contrary. The fact that I voted for Obama and Hillary and Biden should not be automatically disqualifying in my view. What say you in this wildly divided ultra-partisan cesspool we are drawing jurors from in America? America, America, God shed his grace on thee. Good morning, Protocol. What's up? Okay, so here's Matt's answer to, I was going to say an interesting question, but that's how he starts his answer. That's an interesting question. That's an interesting way of framing matters. But even if I'm no Democratic partisan, I can relate. Now that little introduction here. Now think about this. Editor's note. Who's the editor of the Slack Tide by Matt Labash? I bet that might just be Matt Labash. He's writing in third person on his editor's note. What a douchebag. Anyway, I'm going to guess that he is a Democrat partisan, but I don't know for sure. As regular readers know, I'm not a Trumpster. Another way of saying that, subtly aside, that as I loathe Trump with my whole heart, though it's nothing personal if Trump is reading this. Well, clearly it's personal, you douchebag. Fat chance for a guy who doesn't read anything longer than Newsmax chyrons or KFC Grubhub menus. Oh, oh wait, wrong button. Yeah, that was a joke. That's fucking hilarious. Mind you, I don't have any preternatural prejudice against artificially colored con men. Oh, gee. See, now the cognitive dissonance from sentence to sentence and even within sentences is amazing. Who cheat on their wives and their country while seeking to enrich themselves by bilking paranoid seniors out of their retirement savings with cynical legal defense fundraising emails and or by selling them Lee Greenwood Bibles. You realize the Lee Greenwood Bibles weren't a Trump thing. He was promoting someone else's product. He wasn't making anything off those. I just generally tend to abhor serially dishonest seditionists who try to divide America against itself while attempting to overturn our entire system of government to service his own narcissism disorder. I'm old-fashioned that way. Maybe I'm an out-of-step prude. Wow. This might get Marty ranting. We'll see. I'm going to reserve judgment as much as I can. And could perhaps be considered doubly so if you're not, like me, one of the anachronistic squares who consider paying hush money to the porn star you diddled shortly after your wife gave birth to your son to be disqualifying behavior, electorally speaking. Legal technicalities aside, if your wife and children can't trust you, maybe we can't either. But who am I to say, even if my old comrades on the Christian right, that's a weird way to phrase that, who used to at least go through the motions of pretending to have morals, can't bring themselves to say it. 2/3 of them still choose to see Trump favorably. Jesus famously forgave a thief hanging on the cross next to him, and my fellow Christers, anyway, still seem to be in the thief forgiving business as well, even if they sometimes seem to mistake the thief for Christ himself. Aw, isn't that cute? On the other hand, as I watch his current trial coverage, I keep waiting for a truly felonious crime to present itself besides minor bookkeeping, creative writing fictions, or any corporate tax account worth of salt is probably also guilty. Yes, I know that Trump's former lawyer, current bête noir, Michael Cohen, has already done time for the crime. It is indeed a crime that Alvin Bragg's attempting to put Trump away for, but it all still feels semi-Mickey Mouse to me. Just semi. Especially when contrasted with the truly felonious behavior that it seems he should do serious time for in his other 3 pending trials. For deliberately stealing state secrets, I don't know the president can do that. Or even more so for attempting to steal an election that he lost. He was attempting to correct a record that he believed to be false, while intimidating people to go along with his attempted heist. Well, whatever. Actions carried out in plain sight. I guess what I'm saying is I'd just rather have seen Al Capone, who Trump has compared himself to, did he though, go away for all of the murders he ordered. Huh? Wait, which former candidate are we talking about? Are we talking about, excuse me, I can't say that because I'm not sad. Anyway, rather than for tax evasion, Oh, I see. He's talking about Al Capone, which is what ultimately did it in. I'd rather see Trump go away for his attempted murder of democracy. Oh, rather than for fudging his expenses campaign finance reports, the latter of which is a widespread and yawn-inducing crime. And he put it in scare quotes, so at least he's sort of on track here. Likely to hang at least one juror in his defense, which is all he needs. And a hung jury... Oh, yeah. I'm so childish. In his first trial, likely deadens the impact of subsequent trials, assuming the Supreme Court doesn't do some of those by giving Trump immunity before they even get going. If you're pissed off that I'm pre-acquitting Trump, save your fire. I'm not. All the evidence hasn't been heard, and maybe it gets worse. And contrary to wanting to see him skate, I'm actually quite eager to see Trump meet justice for the first time in his slippery, consequence-free life. What? Wait a minute. He's guilty for something, just anything, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying here, Matthew? Which he's not going to like if that ever happens. But just because he's willing to suspend all standards doesn't mean we should ours. In fact, we should be even truer to our standards, if for no other reason than to reassert that standards matter for their own sake. And that we... Look, you're going to vote for Biden. Don't give me that bullshit. And that we should be forever faithful to them wherever the evidence leads, even if they cut against our desired outcomes. As I discussed with a friend the other day, after we'd both read a piece about a talented writer who seemingly decided to go all in for Trump just to spite the elites he loathed, that is precisely my main brief against Trumpism. It gives anti-elitism a bad name, since the alternative as embodied by him looks even less desirable on most days. Choosing worse than what we've already had just to spite what we've already had is not the answer. It just becomes another problem that needs solving. Much as Trump, the purported swamp drainer, needed his own swamp drained, no fewer than 11 of his associate and staffers were charged with crimes during his presidential hitch. Yeah, the lawfare was very effective. Which is why even someone as habitually and blatant guilty of crimes against propriety and good taste, not to mention the law, should be punished proportionally and not even a tad bit more, and which itself is not said in order to preserve the integrity of Trump. He doesn't have any, but to preserve the integrity of the standards that he fails to live up to, and which is why any fair juror, once all the evidence is presented, should be just as willing to hang his or her jury as they are to hang Trump. I mean, hang their jury in the figurative hung jury sense. Figuratively?
Your life makes me sad.
Not that kind of hung. Not in the literal hang Mike Pence sense. Oh, do you think the hang Mike Pence was literal? Matthew? Yeah, those gallows, the gallows built for the Lollipop Guild? Give me a break. Even a scoundrel should skate if the state's burden is not met. Without justice being blind, we won't see anything clearly at all. Well, at least he's talking about being an honest juror. But boy, the dripping, the seething dripping of the article certainly is reminiscent of major TDS syndrome. Okay, let's get to the other one here. Hello, Real Wade Nation Gaming, by the way. All right, let's move on. The Readout blog. You are trying to kill me. Gun Fox, what are you doing? This is one of your favorite. Gun Fox, I think that sometimes you might be secretly a fan of Joy Reid. This is, oh my God. What did you get? How did you title this? As white people. Yes, this is about white people. Republicans look to pull white fraternities into the campus culture wars. Do you think the Republicans did that, or do you think it was spontaneous? Yeah, it's Francis Barrett. What's up? Gallows built by the FBI. Yeah, that too. Republicans are using largely white fraternities to fight right-wing culture wars on college campuses. Are they, though? Now, the first words out of this sentence, out of this article, is Phi Delta Theta. Full disclosure, I'm a member of Phi Delta Theta, Iowa Delta Chapter, Drake University. A black man in a white fraternity. Okay, this is Jahan Jones. Oh, this is going to be precious. Phi Delta Theta, a largely white fraternity, says one member of its University of Mississippi chapter has been removed from membership after his involvement in a racist incident last week. We're talking about Monkey Boy. Remember, we talked about Monkey Boy on Saturday. A viral video showed the unnamed frat member appearing to make monkey noises and gestures while a mob largely consisting of white men
You're fucking a white
shouted
male!
down a black woman during a pro-Palestinian protest. Oh, you mean the black women that came across the police barrier and started pointing fingers and yelling to some dude? And they were just telling her to go back. They didn't come to her. They weren't harassing her. She came to harass them. And they just shouted and backed off. Except for Monkey Boy. Well, even Monkey Boy backed off after about 1.4 seconds of being Monkey Boy. Anyway. Now listen. Oh, my goodness. The video was shared gleefully by conservatives across social media, with Georgia Representative Mike Collins captioning Old Miss taking care of business. Well, he didn't say business. He said business. Business. Now, I'm sure when Representative Mike Collins, maybe this tweet still exists or not, probably wasn't looking at Monkey Boy. He was just looking at the rest as this the girls coming at them. But anyway, we've seen the video. Collins later released a statement after he faced a justifiable backlash, saying he did not believe the mocking to be the focal point of the video, but recognized that it was potentially inappropriate. Okay. Oh, he's not getting away with that. They ain't gonna call him racist. And after the widespread backlash, Phi Delta Theta announced the member had been removed Monday. Quote, the racist actions in the video were those of an individual and are antithetical to the values of Phi Delta Theta and the Mississippi Alpha chapter, which would be the first chapter of Phi Delta Theta in Mississippi, the fraternity said in a statement. And now in recent years, conservatives have desperately tried to harness young white male rage.
You're fucking a white male!
Or sometimes even just general rambunctiousness for personal gain, and this story seems to fit that trend. Really? Do you think the Republican National Committee called some fraternities down at the University of Mississippi and said, hey, get your asses out there and protest against these non-white protesters? Which most were white. Anyway, but here, let me finish. I'll let you finish. In particular, some Republicans see ripe opportunity in white fraternity members to serve as foot soldiers in their crusade against campus diversity and liberal activism. Just days before the Phi Delta Theta incident, conservatives rallied around Pi Kappa Phi, another mostly white fraternity at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, after members mocked and counter-demonstrated against pro-Palestinian activists. Conservatives crowdfunded hundreds of thousands of dollars to sponsor a rager for fraternity members who are portrayed by white right-wing media and lawmakers as aforementioned Collins, as valorous heroes for the harrowing act of not letting an American flag touch the ground. Well, that's respect for your flag. So what? I watched both the events, particularly the outpouring of support for the racist incident at the University of Mississippi. Now, hold on. No, bullshit. It wasn't a racist incident at the University of Mississippi that there was an outpouring of whatever he just said, support for. Everyone said Monkey Boy was a dumbass, and the Phi Delta Theta fraternity kicked him out. So the support for Monkey Boy, no. But for the counter-protest, yes. Because most people are in the United States, a majority are probably more likely to be on the side of the counter-protesters than the protesters. So it wasn't support for Monkey Boy. It was support for the counter-protesters who are sick of these assholes taking up campus space, making it hard to go to class, canceling graduations, and basically acting like assholes. But I digress. I watched both events, particularly the outpouring of support for the racist incident at the University of Mississippi, informed by past experience. What past experience? Oh, back in 2014, I had a fairly public dispute with a fraternity at Arizona State University after several of the organization's members hosted a racist party pegged to Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I'm curious about that public dispute. We'll put a link to it here. I wrote a letter and was met with a rush of right-wing deflection and dismissiveness that flooded my inbox. People claiming my largely black organization didn't deserve to exist in the first place, or that these young white men shouldn't have their lives ruined over one incident. I don't know. I'm curious what the incident was now. All that educated me about what purpose these white frats can serve in the eyes of some conservatives. Many of these frats were founded as segregationist institutions and often remain so de facto today. And in that sense, they can be seen as symbols of white elitism and exclusion. So we shouldn't be surprised that Republicans apparently see them as bulwarks meant to keep campus liberalism and the diversity it breeds at bay. You know, that'd be assuming that everyone in a white fraternity is a conservative. Really? Because I know that, when I was in school, I don't know, not so much. Some were, some weren't. There was one fraternity that's pretty much a bunch of potheads. There's another fraternity that all the gay guys would pledge and end up in that fraternity just because that chapter was kind of gay. And then there's the chapter, the guys who were just kind of the nerdy guys. They were like, what's not Animal House. What's the one, the Delta one, whatever that movie was. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, that's Jahan Jones. Yeah, so yes, the RNC is calling all white fraternities all around the nation and asking them to get your asses in gear. We need to go counter protest these Palestinian whatever Hamas supporting fuckwads. Okay, was that it? Oh, you only sent me 2 articles. What the hell is this then? Oh. So here's a link to the okay. Oh, the Griot. Oh, he wrote on the Griot too. Oh, anyway, Tau Kappa Epsilon fraternity at Arizona State University has been expelled after the organization held a MLK Black Party on the Dr. King holiday that was deemed offensive. It's funny too. We'll talk about offensive in a second. What did they do? An MLK Black Party was deemed offensive. Student who attended the party posted photos on social media showing attendees wearing basketball jerseys, throwing up gang signs, and drinking out of watermelons. The photos quickly spread and drew harsh criticism from civil rights leaders and many members of the Black community. Well, okay, I guess, it's probably not the greatest idea, and you might be kicked off of campus for it. Even as a black man, I do find some humor in it, although it's pretty offensive, but whatever, I'm sorry. I guess offensive is illegal now. And that's how that works. Holy shit. By the way, speaking of offensive, I gotta let me find this real quick, because this is this is amazing. I may, you know what, here, as far as the Donald Trump stuff and the Israel stuff, I got it all in the links. I got multiple articles. I wanted to get to that today, but you know, Gunfox successfully hijacked the show. But I have to show you this report from our friends from Down Under, because this is amazing. And I have some thoughts on it. And so we're going to finish with this clip from Down Under. 10 first news in Melbourne. And let's just play the clip, and then I don't need to read the post here on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. Here's a news report about something that's happened at an elementary school in Melbourne, Australia.
2 boys from Yarra Valley Grammar have been expelled for ranking...
Yarra Valley Grammar. Now, or Valley Grammar, which, again, elementary school, I guess, right? I don't know how it works in Australia, but it sounds like grammar school, elementary school. Again.
Expelled for ranking their female classmates in an offensive...
Wait, I talked over that. I'm going to start over. Listen to this report.
2 boys from Yarra Valley Grammar have been expelled for ranking their female classmates in an offensive spreadsheet. The principal released a statement this morning.
They got expelled, grammar school, elementary school, expelled for rating their female classmates on a, quote, offensive spreadsheet. Okay, just so you hear that clearly, I'm going to say it in American, because sometimes it's hard to understand the Australians. Okay, you got it? Stevens Williams backed on a Bitcoin giveaway shit. Get off my channel. Why do you do this? Well, you don't have to. I mean, you can stick around, but stop posting spam on my fucking channel. Okay, so you got it? Expelled, offensive spreadsheet ranking the female classmates.
Morning, addressing the community, saying they've provided support to the female students affected, while only 2 boys...
So they had support. They provided support to the females affected. Why? Because the fat, ugly one was 100? I don't know. What happened? How did this work? How is this offensive? I want to know how it was offensive. Was it just because they were ranking them from the best to the worst? I don't know. It's news. Why is it news? Because it's in Australia, and there's not a whole lot to talk about in Australia. So this is it. But listen to the report. There's something very, very important you got to listen to in this report, okay? Listen carefully.
Boys were expelled. A petition signed by over 100 former students is...
Okay, notice you said a petition signed by over 100 former students. Signed a petition. Again, here it is.
A petition signed by over 100 former students is calling to remove all 4 boys responsible for creating the ranking system.
Oh, there was 2 more that were part of the ranking system. So 4 boys had a spreadsheet where they ranked all the girls in the school. Okay, and that's offensive. We don't know why it's offensive. Is it just because they ranked them and, you know, some were mad that they weren't in the top 10? I don't know. But there was... former students signed a fucking petition to have the other 2 suspended. But that's not even the best part of this. Or the worst part, I should say. It's not the worst part. Here we go. Listen. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'd come to the conclusion yesterday that 2 of our students, it would be untenable for them to return to school. So they're finishing up. Well, they have finished up. My job now is to find them alternative education, and that's one of the things I'll be doing over the course of the next few days. That's his job.
Victoria Police said today the recent matter has been reported to them and investigators will assess the information.
What? What? It was reported to the fucking police? You mean police with guns and handcuffs and have the power of the state over ranking some girls on a offensive spreadsheet? What the actual fuck is wrong with these people? The offensive spreadsheet was reported to the police, and they will be investigating. They will be investigating. Investigating what? That somebody was offended that somebody ranked the girls from 1 to 100? And I'm sorry, ranked what? I mean, just ranked whether they were pretty or attractive or smart. Or maybe, I don't know, I was going to say something about blowjobs, but it probably didn't happen because they're elementary school students. What do the police need to investigate and be involved in this at all? The boys got fucking expelled. Is that not enough? You need the police involved? Holy shit. In the immortal words of John Ward, holy fucking shit. What the hell? And that, Gunfox, see, if you'd have sent me that, you'd have won. The others were good, but that story, holy, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, and that's it. That's it for today. Now, I didn't get to the main topics at all, but for your reading and viewing pleasure, oh my God, tit size. That could have been it. Rank them on likelihood to do butt stuff. Okay. Oh, give me some more. That's terrible. I don't know, but this is insane. It's fucking insane. And on that note, I got to go. So all the stuff that I was going to talk about is in the articles that I'm putting in the links in the chat, although they might not make it before you guys close out, but they'll be in the description. So at least within minutes after the show's over, all you got to do is click on the description either on Rumble or YouTube, and you'll find the links to all the articles that I was going to talk about today. But, you know, sometimes Gunfox successfully completely hijacks the show, and I've run out of time. So there we go. Thank you for joining me on the Morning Night Live. Hit the like button if you haven't, because there's only just 29 people and only 20 likes, and I know there's been more than 29 people here in and out. Hit the like button, share the stream, and all that other stuff, and then you can sponsor the show at pdognight.live 24 hours a day or during the show. Thank you, Gunfox. You are the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. I gotta go. My name is P-Dog and I am fucking out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Hey, this is P-Dog Night, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Night, and I'm out of here.